Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the brand new episode on Dario the Savage channel. Sorry, guys, I got used to being called Dr. Savage, so it's totally new for me to be calling Dario the Savage because the guy fucking sue me for my name. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the brand new episode of Lost Judgment, episode, I think 14 or 13. I haven't been recording for over a 2 months period, and I know it's such a crazy long time. I'll be brutally honest. I lost a bunch of money in the meantime, and I was so focused to make the money back, to get back on track, to be back on the fucking scene. So all my sponsors and all that shit also got kinda distanced. Let's see, but I got back the contracts, I got back the people, they are still with me, we still are gonna crush 2026. We had a little break of 2 months, now we are totally back. We're gonna record Lost Judgment, God of War, bunch of new games that are coming out this month in May, so be sure to check that out. Click the sub button and also the fucking like button, smash it. Over 2k views in 2 days, guys, for the last 2 days, and I haven't recorded a single fucking episode for over 2 months. So after I saw those freaking numbers and views, I was like, yeah, I gotta get back on track. I gotta get back on recording this freaking shit because we are going for it. I need to tackle 20k, 30k, 40k, 50k subs. So we are back at the Lost Judgment, of course, because my goal is to end this serial completely, to finish it, to go with it. So let me just go with the continue. And I think this is the chapter 12. To be honest, I forgot a bunch of shit what the fuck happened, so this is gonna be more of a recall episode, and then after we are gonna remember everything that happened in the previous 12 episodes. Of course, if you haven't watched them, you can feel free to go and watch it, but it's gonna take you for 12-ish hours. So this one is gonna be kind of like a sequel of what happened before, and then what we are expecting in the future episodes, because to be honest, I forgot the story. I haven't played this game in 2 months. My PS5 was, off for 2 freaking months of freaking Lost Judgment. So I also forgot the freaking controls. Let me just go to case files. Let me go to chapters. So you guys probably know that we find the dead man. Also, this is the episode because probably a bunch of people will see this on their For You page or on their feed page because it's a new video after 2 months. So if you're seeing this, you can just watch this episode and then follow on to the next one and next one and next one, because you don't have to watch previous 11. Of course, if you want to know all the details, like super detailed and shit, you can feel free to watch all the episodes. But me, I want to be generous, and I want to, guys, also help you with the stories you can get hooked up to the Lost Judgment, because you're gonna be pretty close to ending it. So yeah, basically this is gonna be a sequel of pre-sequel what happened, then what is happening now, and what's our expectations for the future episodes. So yeah, just be sure to hang on and see what's up. So the Black Sheep chapter is basically we find the dead guy, dead body, he's dead teacher from the high school. Then the next one is Ehara is the guy who is groping a woman in the meantime on the train, and he's touching her private parts. After that, he is found guilty. He's going to prison, but in the meantime, he's also saying after his jail time is announced, he said that he knows that the teacher from the high school has been murdered. He knows his location, he knows the time of death, he knows everything. And he just blindly announced that in the court, which is really blind move, to be honest. Why would a guy like Ehara, who is in a totally different case, he groped a woman, and then poof, all of a sudden he knows about the murder that happened the same day. Another thing is, we are going in the freaking chapter 3, which happens that handyman Kuwana is in the freaking building, and we found the death, we found the body, we found the gang who attacked us for some specific reason all of a sudden with the blue masks, and we have no idea who the fuck they are. Then after that, we are attacked in front of a cafe because there's a fellow teacher that is teaching son of Ehara. That's basically the guy, this old guy. So his son also committed suicide, and we met his teacher, and we are announcing at the talk with her, blah blah blah. Then later we meet at a cafe, or we are supposed to meet at the cafe. Basically, try to get more info about the kid, about the father, what the fuck happened, why did he why did he hang himself up in the toilet, or he jumped off the roof. I'm not quite sure what the fuck happened, but I know he basically killed himself. And then in the meantime, this gang attacks us all of a sudden in front of a cafe, and the teacher is nowhere to be seen. And then she's all furious, like, "Whoa, don't come near me!" And basically the girl came in the cafe and said, like, she brought her a picture of Hiro Mikushiba, which is this one. Like, he's all beaten up, and if you say a word, all of your loved ones are gonna be killed, blah blah blah, whatever. After that, we find a video footage of the teacher who is dead, who Ehara announced that is gonna be dead, there, blah blah blah. The places, everything that he could have said. Then we find a video online, or it's posted, of assassination of the teacher, and the killer is Ehara. So on the video we are seeing that Ehara basically killed him, but it's not possible. Why? Because at the moment, or well, as how he claims that the story goes, Ehara was on a train station at, I guess, 7:30 a.m. and the murdering happened at the same time. So there was no way in 5 minutes, or I think time span of Ehara killing the teacher and Ehara being at the train station in Tokyo is like 7 minutes apart. But realistically talking, if you wanted to go by a car and there was no traffic jam at all, it will take you about 30-ish minutes. So that's pretty fucking crazy, you know, when you think about it. How is it possible that Ehara transferred from the murdering scene to train station in 7 minutes? It's just impossible, and that's clearing his alibi basically. And we also have a video footage of him being at the train station at that time, and they also saw panties, they also saw DNA from his hand that he touched the girl's underwear. And after that we also have a train ticket station that he went through the gates at 7:37 or 8, which is clearing his alibi that he's not able to go from the first part, from the murdering scene to the train station in 7 minutes, which is impossible. Then after that chapter, that's basically where the assault happens. That's what I'm saying, 7:43. So my bad, 13 minutes, which is gonna take you 30 minutes. But only one key part that we are seeing, and they also have full-ass video, full-ass camera footage of him going with the girl, guy looking exactly like freaking Ehara, video of him, the murdering footage, which doesn't make sense. Then also him in the train station groping a woman, so bunch of shit. But the key part here that we can see here is basically, you guys, I can't really show you here, but this point, the first blue mark, is basically where the train stopped and Ehara jumped off of it. Then we have all of these cameras, blah blah blah. Then we have the escape path that you can see in the middle. And then after that we have the apprehended, where he got jumped by like 4 or 5 people that were with him on the train station. But I'm just gonna tell you here a curious little part, which is here these 4 or 5 dots, the blue dots here that you can see at the start. So you basically have a camera looking at the point where he's disembarking. Then you have a little walk, and then you have these dots. So only place on the train station that is not being covered by cameras, it's that part. So that's really important, and I'm gonna go back to it later. But basically Ehara jumped off the train, chased the woman all the way down, got groped or got jumped by these five people here, and it was all filmed. The only important part is here, the place where the cameras are not covering the place, and I'm gonna tell you later why that's so important. Then chapter 6 is basically for his prior to come in Tokyo, also streaming for Bully. When Yagami visits Sawa Sensei's home during his vacation, he encountered Kuwana and Jinsho Handyman. What could be the link between these two individuals? So, as I said, the handyman is the guy who helped us tackle these guys because they were really powerful, and I wasn't able to basically beat them alone. Then later we meet the Kuwana. I guess I have that guy. So the handyman, who we meet, he's the guy who knows everything in the freaking city. He knows everyone. He's, handyman who you need to call when you have a problem, blah blah blah, whatever. Then later you're basically coming to this Ehara scene where, after what happened, basically you're encountering Kuwana at the apartment of Sava Sensei, because you came to school to talk to her more about the murdering scene, about what happened, to get more info about Ehara, to ask her, yo, have you seen the video? The guy got killed, you have a connection with him, where's the connection? No, you were his teacher. Then Ehara also knew that she was false testimony, if I can use that word, in the court, basically saying that no bullying has taken apart when she was a teacher, which is a crucial lie. Like, she was lying in the freaking stuff. So is she the next target? Who knows? Then you see that you wanted to see Sava, which is the teacher of a little kid who killed himself. And then what happened next is basically you came to her door because someone called her and said the burglary has happened. Someone brute forced your door and is into your apartment. You need to come home. She ran through her freaking apartment, and in the front of her doors there's Kuwana, who is a handyman. So what is the connection between these two? I have no idea, but we see them and we're like, oh, what the fuck are you guys doing here? It doesn't make sense. You're a handyman. How do you know random ass teacher who has no connection to the underground at all? Like, why are you in front of her doors? Like, what the fuck happened? Then you have the Phantom of Injincho, which is the Soma. I'm trying to speed this up, guys, because if you really want to go into details, I will for sure, you can just watch my videos, but I'm just gonna give you a little example here of what the fuck happened in the previous episodes. So we come to her apartment and she's dead. Cold-blooded, killed with a knife. Soma basically killed her, and the whole idea was they didn't want her, they wanted freaking Kuwana, but she was a collateral damage in the meantime, and that's what Yagami is so freaking sparked about. Like, what the fuck is happening, bro? She wasn't supposed to be dead. And I guess, yeah, I mean, he kind of liked her in some way. They could have had some things, maybe romance or some. They were kind of pretty close, blah blah blah, whatever. But then she's dead, and Yagami is furious because if Kuwana didn't come, the whole point was for Kuwana to come, or the handyman to come to freaking the murder scene, because they wanted him. And that's basically the whole story. After that, we see him, we encounter him, we are like, what the fuck, did you have any connections, what the fuck happened? Then later, blah blah, what happens later is basically you understand that Kuwana is not really a handyman, he was a teacher back in the day. He freaking was the one who was teaching previous kid, who also jumped off the roof, and he wanted to stop the bullying forever. So what he did is basically he is now like how he became a handyman. We basically understand that through the USB drive that we have found at his apartment while he was gone. We meet with his uncle, who basically told us on that USB drive is everything you need to know about Kuwana and who he was before he became a handyman. He was a teacher at the high school, and kids told him that there's a bullying happening, and he thought it's just normal bullying, like nothing happened crazy, it's just like, what the fuck you doing, blah blah blah, whatever. But then later, when it comes to later stages of that bullying, he placed a secret camera, and he saw that bullying is much more like they are beating the shit out of him, taking naked pictures, a bunch of stuff. So after that, he's becoming a handyman, which that same day when he reviewed the footage and wanted to help the little kid, the kid jumped off the roof. And now he's targeting all of the kids, all of them, basically to be his little pawns. And by being their little pawns, they need to work with him to basically avenge the bullies. So avenge the kids who committed the suicide or who were bullied. That's what the Kuwana is doing. Which now, when we come to more conclusion, basically he's having those kids who were bullying the first kid into his, like, they're basically his pawns. Why? Because he has a whole ass video of them bullying a little kid, and then he also has a whole ass video of them kidnapping another guy. Why that? Because it's really important, because now they are grown ass people. They're not students anymore. They're like basically 30 years old or 25, and in the Japan, I guess, or I guess generally in the world, but in the Japan it is more strict, or China, I'm not quite sure where it is. If you bully somebody, that's like a crazy crime, and you're going to jail, or you're gonna have a sentence that's crazy ass long, like, I don't know, 10, 20 years, whatever. So it's crazy fucking shit. And then later here, we basically beat all of them, and this girl is the one who went with Sava, which is the teacher who got killed by Soma in her apartment. We basically have a talk with her, and then this guy is the guy who jumped off the roof. That's the reason why Kuwana became a handyman, and this woman is his mother, and they basically are the first way of Kuwana being handyman. So his first hit, or his first contract to basically kill somebody, was this woman. So what Kuwana exactly does is basically he kidnaps a bully. So let's say in this case I'm a bully and I'm bullying my classmate. Then Kuwana and then classmate jumps off the roof, or I don't know what the fuck happens. Kuwana is gonna find me, gonna kidnap me, gonna place me in some specific place, gonna beat the shit out of me. And the key thing is the murdering or the killing of that bully, or in this case me, would be done by the parent. So parent needs to kill the bully. That's all the joy that he's giving, and he offered millions of people, I guess maybe like 20, 30, millions, maybe 20, 30, and a bunch of them accepted and a bunch of them said no. But the crucial crazy thing that happened, nobody turned Kuwana in. So nobody said like, hey, he's doing this, he's doing that. They all considered it, but you know, maybe yes, maybe no. So he's still in coma to this day. The kid and the mother is always with him. But in the meantime, we have the last part, which is Soma, and what we find out, there's public security, and we have somebody who is working with them who confronted the woman, who knows a lot of shit about what the fuck happened, and who was spying on us this entire freaking time. And then what happens is we are preparing for Akira Sahara appeal. Yagami crew begin conducting their strategy to have any hope against Bandu. Bandu is the guy who is against public security coordinator, little asshole who is like getting all those things, and he wants this woman, I guess not dead, but off her position, if I can say like that, because if it is posted publicly that she killed the teacher and she basically did it with her own hands, that would be really, really bad for her and for the public image, because she's now a crazy politician for some hospital shit or whatever, and she's in charge of like 30 trillion yen, or like a bunch of money that could basically seal all the debt in the country. But Bandu, who's a public security coordinator, wants all that money, and he just wants to take all the money from her because I guess he wants to gamble it, or whatever the fuck he wants to do with the money, but she doesn't want that. And when she killed the teacher, or well, when Kuwana offered her a deal, problem is she was nobody back then, but now she's a public freaking figure. She does a bunch of shit, so it can really go downways. And what we know is Soma, this is the guy who killed the teachers, this is the guy who's behind everything, he's basically public security guy, and he's working with Bandu. That's basically like working with the president of like president of freaking country. So he's like crazy big, and nobody can do shit to him. They eventually corner Soma's right-hand man, Akutsu, and learned the possibility that Soma might have been an undercover public security agent all along. Almost all, if proving the point, Akutsu is killed in a sudden hail of bullets by 2 gunmen dressed as police. So Akutsu is basically dead because what happens if Akutsu was his right-hand man and he was killed? If Akutsu wasn't killed, he could have spread the word that Soma is not basically a gang member because he's basically dressing himself up as a gang leader of the arcade that's basically a local gang. And if the story goes out on the light that he's actually working with police, or in this case public security, that could go really bad on him because he has like 1,000 people underground working for him, and if that goes the light, then he's really fucked. So now our goal is basically maybe to prove to people that he's just a fucking asshole who's working with the police, or not working with the police, but working with I guess the public security like CIA or FBI of Japan, I guess. So that's basically long story short. If you guys want to see full ass story and get more invested and see all those things unfold, because story is 10 out of 10, on God, you won't miss. It's basically like a movie. A bunch of these are just like scenes from the movies, or not, you know, they're not basically like crazy stuff with like a bunch of gameplay. It's more like a movie type. So if you have like 10 hours to spend, not night right now, you can spend in like a month or 2 months. Trust me guys, you won't freaking regret it, because the story is crazy good. But let me now go to Charles, and that's now the main story that we have, and I'm not quite sure where the fuck is Charles, to be honest. And let me just leave the building. I also forgot the controls, guys, so excuse me if I'm freaking retarded with it. Charles is here, Game Center, which is the place where we confronted Yui Mamiya. Ooh, and that's basically the woman that was ooh, I kind of missed the freaking way. That's the woman that was working with everyone in the meantime. I should probably beat them, you know. Let me just try to get my skills back of fighting, because 2 months without fighting, guys, I'm freaking, you know, I am rusty. I haven't beaten any punks in a while, you know, so I need to fucking get back on track, see what's up. I also had that freaking legendary line that I'm always saying. How do I dodge? Ooh, damn. That's what's up. Let's go. Evade is X. Grab enemies. 0 is. Ooh. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? He's beating my ass. Rush combo. Evade guard. Fighting stance. Nice. Let's go. Finish him. Finish him. He has a fucking knife, bro. What the fuck? Nice. I need to go to fucking shop and buy myself some food, because my health is low as fuck. Is this the shop? The pizza place? No? Or this one, this one, this one. Oh yeah, right. Hey there! Irashaimase! Let me tuna maybe? Yeah, that one. Perfect. Confirmed order. Hell yeah, let's go, boys. We got a fucking seafood ball. Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay, perfect. Let me just go further, because Yui Mamiya was working with Ehara all the time. So that woman who was basically groped, or who was... Oh my god, can you just leave me the fuck alone? I don't want to fight you guys. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, for real. Fuck off, you little fuckers. So the woman who was groped, it was all a stunt. It was all, you know, fake ass shit. So you feel me? Ooh. I can't really enter the game center for real. Is it here? Oh yeah, it is here. Perfect. Okay, let's go.
Hello?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. We have a problem. The Yokohama Liumang were attacked this morning.
What? Attacked by who?
RK. They've been boosting their numbers in Ijincho. They're probably hunting Kuwana. Fortunately,
Damn.
to have escaped him. But he's gone completely off the grid again.
How bad was it for the Liuma?
Several...
Also, I haven't told you that Kuwana and me are now friends. We were also really bad. Like, we wanted to fucking kill each other because I liked Sava Sensei and he's basically the reason why Sava got killed. But now we know that we need to focus up, we need to work together, because if we don't, we're gonna be really fucked. Because the RK, so Soma is the guy who's leading RK, is like hell huge and he's gonna kill us. So Kuwana now escaped the city, I guess, or he's gone. And RK attacked Liu Mang, and Liu Mang is now our friends. That's the white gang that basically attacked us. And Tesso is the main guy from the freaking Liu Mang, and now we are friends. So they're basically a fellow of us, and we need them because the RK is huge as shit right now. And if we don't fight them, and I guess me, what's the name of the guy? I can't remember. The crazy guy. Akutsu. No, fuck. I can't remember the guy who was also big as shit, who was ex-Yakuza. I guess we'll basically see him later. But, you know, it's 3 of us versus whole ass gang, so we need another gang to be on our side, and they were attacked pretty fucking bad, so we'll see what the fuck happens.
Were wounded, according to Tesso-san.
Did any of them see Soma during the attack?
I haven't heard for certain. All I know is that it was total chaos.
Damn.
Okay,
What's the plan, Yagamishi?
I'm gonna dig into Soma's past. I feel like there's something there. Could you keep trying Kuwana?
Your wish is my command. See you.
Nice. Okay, so my goal is to try to see anything that is related to Soma. We'll see what the fuck happens there. But long story short, it is not looking good for us at all, because the Liu Mang is now attacked, which is pretty fucking bad, and that could lead us, you know, into an edge. I can't remember the name of the fucking guy. Can I just see him in the case files? He's nowhere to be found. And we also have a bunch of these side quests that we have done. No. Messages. I can't remember the guy name. I'm freaking retarded. Okay, let me go to Charles. Let me see what the fuck is happening here. Is there any info new? That's the guy. I can't remember the name.
What's up, Doc? Sorry, folks. My shift started. One of you take over.
Kaito-san, right? Kaido.
Forget to block.
He's so cool.
I won't.
Wow, man. You're a rock star to these kids.
Crazy, right? You should see Higashi with them, though.
Really?
Higashi-san, Yagami-sensei is here for you.
Lose that sensei shit, you idiot. No honorifics for assholes.
That Yagami asshole is here for you.
Talk about its emotion.
Exactly, bro. What the fuck?
Right. Well, I do know a thing or two about Soma's Tojo clan days. He swore under the Nikyo Consortium. Direct family.
The Nikyo Consortium was a pretty big deal. Even if they did bite the dust with the main family.
Right. Among them, Soma and Akutsu were both looking like officer candidates. Apparently, the Nikyo's role in the family was to handle off-the-record dirty work. No matter how much they raked in, the higher-ups took their cut and left a mess. Those two got hung out to dry, basically. Nevertheless, they sucked it up and hoped they'd be the ones on top someday. But, as you know, the Tojo clan got hit hard, disbanding before they ever even got their shot. They devoted years to the family, all to get nothing in return.
I'd be willing to buy that for Akutsu. But if Kaito-san is right, Soma was working the Tojo clan from the inside for public security. That's how he knew sooner than anyone else that the Tojo was on the way out.
Exactly, because the Soma was the first guy to leave the Tojo clan, or, you know, to leave the group, so he knew it before anybody. He knew it before every single fucking dude in the Tojo clan. So he was working with the public security much before what a fucker this guy is.
Undercover, he could see the writing on the wall and plan accordingly. That's why he founded the criminal network RK, so he could gather up and monitor all the ex-Yakuza at once.
Makes sense.
Okay, now that you mention it, RK has been dipping into the shady side of Kamurocho.
Of course
Strong
it
arm
is.
Anyone who acts without their blessing first. You want to do shady
Yep.
shit? You need an RK permit these days.
Yeah, that's why the Soma's an undercover agent theory makes sense to me. If we find a concrete link between him and public security, then we'll know for sure.
Evidence of Soma being an undercover agent within the Yakuza. We'll have to dig into his past for that.
Higashi.
Higashi.
Someone had known Soma back then. Someone with authority would know how he joined the Tojo clan.
Well, let's see. Would the Nikyo president work?
President? Not patriarch?
Same shit. His name's Irie. But whatever kind of boss he was then, now he's just another champion district drunk.
I have some questions for him. Once I have the link between Soma and public security, it'll all fall into place.
I don't know, man. You want to meet him, knock yourself out. He spends his days at a joint called Earth Angel.
Gotcha.
I'll come with you, Talk.
Let's go. So now we need to find a way how the heck is Soma connected with the public security. You know? That's really important though. That's really important though, because if we can find that, and if we can find the connection, maybe we can get the Soma to fucking fuck off, you know? Let's go with the Earth Angel. I guess that's a cafe or a restaurant or some shit, so we'll see what the fuck happens there. Why don't I have my skateboard? Give me my skateboard, you little fucker. Oh my god, these punks! Kaido! Okay. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Easy shit. Easy shit, let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, beat their asses. Bomb! Hell yeah, beat their asses. Let's go. Ooh! Fuck yeah! Yes, sir, ski. Yes, sir, ski. That's how you beat their asses.
Really, guys?
Let's go. Sturdy plastic. Okay, let me just go further. Oh, I can't use my skateboard because I am with fucking Kaido, and he can't really run that fast. Okay. Let's go here. Let's see what's up with the Black Alice. That's not the... Oh, my bad. It's this way, right? Yeah. Damn, what the fucking street this is. Okay.
Here we are. The former head of the Nikyo's local haunt.
He just gets plastered here all day? Damn, lucky son of a bitch.
Lucky son of a bitch. Okay, I guess it's this... Yeah. The Earth Angel! Let's see what's up here.
President Irie. My name is Kaito. I used to be in the Matsugane family.
Matsugane? Ah, one of his boys, huh?
You knew my boss?
He was your classic old school Yakuza. He had duty, dignity, but he couldn't earn. Yeah, maybe he was the lucky one, dying before he became whatever I am now.
Would you mind if we asked you a few questions? This is my partner, Yagami. He's a civvy, but he was like family to the boss.
It's a pleasure.
So, what do you want to ask?
Could you tell us about Kazuki Soma? You might know him as head of RK now.
Huh. Soma, huh? Joined the family when he was just a little sprat. Here he's quite the big shot now.
A whole meeting with this guy pays out, but no matter who's talking, it's detective jobs to listen to everything they say. Makes sense, but The guy seems pretty old and he doesn't give a shit.
Let me buy you a drink. Mind if I join you here?
Okay. Let's have a chit chat with the guy. He seems kind of chill.
Lieutenant scouted out Soma back in the day. He'd heard some kid was flushing his money away in one of our casinos. Turned out the kid was sweet-talking ladies into handing him their money.
Damn.
Sounds like a model Yakuza candidate.
You mean Kamurocho's old underground casino?
Yeah, that was one of ours. Cops would keep shutting him down, and we'd keep building more.
What made you ask Soma to join the family? Was he the one who initially approached you?
I think so. He was pretty attached to that lieutenant I mentioned before. Soma had no problem following orders. But he had a natural authority to him, too.
Damn.
Makes for a damn good Yakuza. Of course, a violent streak is the other half of the equation.
Say, before he joined up, how much digging did you really do on Soma?
What's that supposed to mean?
You checked his background and everything, right?
Well, I'm sure we did our homework. It's not like that was my responsibility.
Irie-san, there's a chance Soma was working for public security the whole time.
What did you say?
So no one suspected him. Soma wormed his way into the family after all. Damn! Nobody knew that he was an undercover fucking asshole. Imagine that. He was working with the public security, being with the cops, being with the highest of the highest, and the guys just had no freaking idea.
Considering he may have been undercover from the start, does anything strike you as strange now? Maybe some suspicious behavior or contacts with people you didn't know.
No, I have no idea. Thought never even crossed my mind. He took some really risky gigs. You didn't hear this from me, but he even took at least one hit job.
Damn.
A hit job?
Some time back, there was this punk who ratted us out to the cops. And the higher-ups ordered Soma to kidnap the guy and bury him in the mountains. He handled it so well, people were kind of creeped out. Like, it wasn't his first time. At least, I remember Akutsu telling me that. I heard he got killed last night.
Yeah.
Word travels fast.
Who'd you hear it from?
Oh, darkness runs deep in this city. Never assume you're the only ones in the know.
Damn.
Akutsu just realized last night that Soma is an undercover public security agent. That's why he was silenced.
Sure, but what's it matter? At this point, I don't give a shit if Soma's undercover. The family's dead and gone now.
I mean, makes
What
sense.
happened to everyone else after you shut down the consortium?
Half of them went legit. Some of them went and joined the 6th chairman for his new deal. I guess the rest crawled back underground. The Greener family boys all got invited to RK.
So it's none of your concern that your former family is being manipulated by public security?
Those guys don't even come to see me during bone season or New Year's. They're just spoiled brats now. An arrogant group of thugs. Family my ass.
Oh. I'm sure this guy was a big shot in his heyday, but it's a shame to see what happens to a Yakuza whose family fell apart. I mean, it makes sense. He was probably a big shot, head of it, crazy, doing all the stuff, but right now, he's just, I don't want to say nobody, but he's drinking, he doesn't give a shit. And he doesn't give a shit about family too, because none of them even fucking see him. But he's not the guy we're looking for. We need a guy who did a homework on Soma before he joined a freaking family. But the crazy thing here is he did a hit job. So he basically kidnapped the guy, killed him, and buried him in the mountains. He did really good, which is his first time. So he was probably somebody before the gang. He was probably working with the public security or something else. I don't know.
All this talk's making my drink taste like shit.
Okay, he's done with talking.
I guess the young ones nowadays are pretty wrapped up in themselves. To be fair, though, I don't know anybody who'd want to waste their time with a gloomy drunk. How about we grab a bite together when you sober up? Because if this is really the fate of the Tojo clan's patriarchs, no way those of us who work to make it big are gonna live it down.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry for that. In Kaito-san's old life, becoming a direct family was their biggest dream. When he looks at you, he sees what Matsugane-san might have been if things had been different. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Now, you know the Misawa building on North Senryo Avenue? It's got a gambling den with a decent Chohan setup.
Gambling den.
Ah, a gambling den on North Senryo Avenue. Is he talking about Kosuke-kun's tatami room? We've been there. We've been there. I guess it was our first chapter when we jumped in the building and saw their gambling. The little kid who was pouring out millions of yens from the credit card.
Yeah, I've actually been there before. What about it?
It's run by this group originally from Roppongi. Now RK is saying they're owed a piece of the pie.
RK really is putting the pressure on the Kamurocho underground, huh?
Yeah, but the Roppongi crew won't pay up. So I hear RK is gonna come down hard on their place tonight. They want to make an example out of him. Put some guys in the hospital. Maybe even...
Damn.
Wait, are you saying Soma might be there tonight?
Who knows? One's running tonight's show or ex-Tojo. Top dogs of RK showing the newbies how it's done.
Who'd you hear this from?
What did I say before? Don't assume you guys are the only ones who know everything.
Damn.
I appreciate the lesson.
Okay. Damn, the old guy wasn't so fucked up, you know? I kind of like the old guy.
RK is raiding a gambling den tonight. Remember that tatami room we got acquainted with? Apparently, the people running the room won't pay Soma's gang a cut.
So someone there is gonna have some answers. Maybe even Soma himself.
Yeah, I think it's worth checking out.
Alright. Sounds like we should hit up Higashi, too.
Return to the tatami room. Damn, guys! Fucking hell, what the fuck just happened? Okay, well, I have here the fucking punks that I want to go there. Can we go the other way around, maybe? So, what just happened is... ex-Tojo clan, and I guess... Kairo knows every single one of them. They're gonna try to gang up, or they're gonna try to beat the shit out of the fucking tatami room where the little kid was gambling the last time we saw it. Now we need to go and figure it out. But guys, that is gonna be happening in the next episode. So if you wanna see that, hit the like, hit the sub button, and see you guys tomorrow with the brand new episode of Lost Judgment. I think 14th, if I'm not mistaken, because this one is 13th. I might be totally wrong. Don't fucking, get me for... don't take me as granted. Thank you so much for the love, support, and happiness. I appreciate you guys a lot. Even after 2 months of not recording, killing the views, killing the subs, killing the likes. So thank you so much. And I guess I'm not quite sure who is ex-Tojo now. Are they still alive? I mean, Kairo, the guy who's here, is ex-Tojo, so he's not gonna be there, but he's gonna be with me. So what the fuck is gonna happen tonight? I don't know, but we will see in the next episode, probably tomorrow. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Peace out. Hit the like, hit the sub. And Dr. Savage or Dario the Savage logging out. Bye.